Welcome back to Leatherwingback Productions, where ideas run rampant and focus must be wrangled. I'm Taylor, your storyteller in progress. And we are back with another big scary goal update. We are on week 8 this week. So if you've been watching last week, I didn't quite get through my goals in the last 2 weeks. So I just decided to reuse it again for this week. This won't happen every week, I promise, but it's been crazy. There's a lot to do. I mean, look at that. So I actually jumped right into another plan to try to get some short stories done, because I do want to put out a short story collection here pretty soon. The original goal was the 24th. I think I'm going to have to push it out at least another week. So we'll see how that goes. But this week and next week are a little crazy. So we'll see what happens. But after that, I decided to work on the game plan for the game. So this is me just writing out, figuring out, asking those crucial questions that help me refine my stories and my rough drafts, which would be why and what if. And if you'd like, I'll go ahead and do a whole video on that at some point, because those for me have been like the most crucial questions for development after I do my rough draft and idea run, because I am definitely a pantser and I do more stream of consciousness writing for my rough drafts for things. So this was just refining some stuff for that game, which will hopefully turn out pretty good before the end of the year. And then on Tuesday, I had a little spider came down and informed me that I might want to look up and discover that my ceiling might just be falling down on me. So I wound up spending the next day, the entire day, with my mom ripping out the ceiling and knocking down the loose plaster, which if you've ever dealt with plaster dust, it is so fine and gets everywhere. And this is horsehair plaster, so if you have allergies, it especially sucks. So that took a whole day and a half out of my plan for this week. But we persevered, and I did actually get one of my short stories completed, and another one about 80% completed. Only about 13 more to go there. I did get part way through one of the sections in my novel, and I've had to add a few things. So I keep adding more than I keep completing. So this, I got Elysian done. I went ahead and checked off cosmeticize, because it's almost done for the roughs anyway. And then I did work on the game plan a little bit. So that is what happened this week. Lots of excitement, lots of craziness, and we're just going to keep trucking on, and hopefully I'll have more news about that short story collection here pretty soon, as well as another project I'm working on, maybe a little workbook for my fellow indie authors out there, so keep an eye out for that, hopefully here within the next few days. And subscribe, check out my first book, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.